G'day and welcome back to Grizzly and Bear Overland. Today we're going to continue with the videos on the modifications we made to Grizzly and Bear for our Australian adventures. Today I'm going to share with you guys the recent addition of a 4-litre compressed air tank to go with our existing ARB twin-cylinder air compressor. I really don't think I need to spend too much time talking about the importance of carrying a good quality, reliable air compressor on any overland or off-road vehicle. Our air compressor is definitely one of the most used pieces of equipment on our rig. I will adjust tyre pressures to suit changing road conditions constantly. Sometimes I'll be doing this multiple times every single day as we go from bitumen to gravel to sand to rock, etc. Our compressor works hard and we are very dependent on it doing its job reliably. In my opinion, the ARB twin-cylinder air compressor is one of the best on the market. Even if one of those cylinders does fail, it will continue to operate on the second. We've been running this compressor now for almost 5 years full-time in Grizzly and Bear, and it's never let us down. We've used this compressor in extremely hot conditions, and we've used the compressor in extremely cold conditions, and it's worked very well. Once we reached Australia, I had the idea to install a 4-litre compressed air tank for several reasons. The primary reason being to use this additional volume of compressed air along with an air gun attachment to blow off all of the red dust from the camper before we set up camp each day. We've been using the compressed air tank to do exactly this for the last 3 weeks now on our tour of the Pilbara, and I have to say it's working great. Using the air gun to blow the dust off gets the dust out of all the little crevices that we would never get to with a broom. For this reason alone, I'm extremely happy that I decided to install this additional 4-litre compressed air tank. Another reason was to assist in rebeading a tyre should we be unlucky enough to pop one off the rim. I know there are other ways to rebead a tyre using flammable gas and a cigarette lighter, but I prefer not to use this method unless it's a last resort. Using a ratchet strap and a good quality compressor is a much safer way to do this, in my opinion. One thing I thought the additional air tank might help with, but in actuality doesn't really, is speed up the tyre inflation time. In reality, a 4-litre compressed air tank is not that large of a volume. When I switch the air compressor on, it takes about 15 to 20 seconds for it to fill that 4-litre compressed air tank before the pressure switch turns off the compressor. From memory, I think the ARB compressor switches off at about 150 psi. When I'm inflating the tyres or using the air gun, we'll get about 20 seconds of the high volume, high flow air before that compressed air is used up and the compressor is back to its standard output. This is because the compressed air discharge when the tank is full after we initially activate the trigger is far higher than the compressor can actually supply. So after that 20 seconds burst of high volume air, the compressor is back to its normal flow rate through the tank to the nozzle. This is not a big deal as the compressor is a high flow rate compressor anyway, and we've never had any issue with the time taken to inflate our tyres. For our intended use, the tank is working great, and I've even been using it to blow dust and debris from the solar panels on Grizzly's roof. You could use this compressed air tank to give a dusty air filter a blast along with countless other jobs. A compressed air tank such as ours or a larger compressed air tank could also be used to run air tools. We will not be adding air tools to our kit because we don't need them, but it is an option. The air tank itself is not the ARB air tank. It's made by a company called Thor in Australia, and from memory I think it was about $100 cheaper than the ARB one. It's a very good quality tank and has a working pressure of 200 psi, which I think is actually higher than the ARB tank. Ours is the polished aluminium type, so it's nice and light. I visited the local ARB store to get the stainless steel flexi connections to plumb this tank up. Just a little safety note on plumbing something up like this, be sure that all of the fittings and connections you use are rated for the maximum working pressure of the tank and compressor that you will be using. I do still need to add a drain valve to the bottom of that T-piece. I'll get around to that one day. Most compressors will pull a certain amount of moisture from the air. So by having a drain valve on the bottom of that tank, I'll be able to periodically drain any moisture buildup from the tank. So there you have it, our new 4-litre compressed air tank. In conclusion, I would say that I'm very happy with this new modification. It's doing exactly what we intended it to do. Now, a compressed air tank is definitely not an essential item on our rig. It's more of a luxury item than anything else, I would say. In saying that, sometimes it's nice to have a few non-essential items that can make full-time life on the road just a little bit more comfortable. If I can help keep this little Frenchie's OCD under control by blowing all the red dust off the camper every day, then it's a warranted addition in my books. Alright guys, that's it for today. A massive thank you to all of our amazing patrons that make these videos possible. Cheers for watching, and we'll catch you next time.